Okay, hi everybody, I am back. It is Dani D. Dani tries a ting. Oh, I don't remember where we left off, but I feel like this week was all about business hiccups, small business hiccups, let's call them. Okay, so this week I was working on this new design. Well, not new, it's like old turned new. This design that I already made with all the different characters, except I had never made a mug with all of the characters on them. I had, a mug with one character, a mug with maybe 4 of them, but never all of them. So as I was putting it together, I decided to turn to my print-on-demand partner, Printful, because again, as you guys know, I've been on Etsy for at least a year now, and I have been primarily using print-on-demand for some of the products because on the one hand, it allows me to ensure that I don't have to maintain these heavy inventories given that I'm operating in like a tiny studio in my house. But then also I get to ensure that I'm not creating more product than is necessary, so I am not just like, creating all this pollution for the environment. Literally, it's just based on the need. So I thought that is actually a beautiful little asset. I went ahead, ordered the maximum number of samples, and good thing I did. Good thing I did, because I was a little bit disappointed. It's funny, it didn't even dawn on me that I could be disappointed. I was like, these are so cute, I'm so excited. Why didn't I do this earlier? What is going on? But then I got them, and I will show them to you. Okay, and they're not horrible. They're good. It's just, I'm not even a perfectionist. I don't think I'm a perfectionist, but there were a couple things that just irked me. Okay, so here's the design. I hope you can see it. Right? I'm gonna do it slowly. Let's do this slowly. The issue with the design was the vibrancy. The colors were not, they weren't vibrant enough. There's a vibrancy in the image compared to how they printed on this that I didn't love. And the second thing is they warn you though. They warn you not to print fonts too tiny, because too tiny, I think the quality will be affected, and I think that's the issue that I had here. I have fonts describing each of the characters, and there's like a little blurriness that I know is not in my image. Anyways, so I was a little bit disappointed. I got these and I was excited, but then I was a little bit disappointed with how they came out. Then I started to think, number one, why did I go with printing on demand? Why didn't I just look for some suppliers? So I started to look for local suppliers that I could see if I could maybe get something more cost effective, but obviously then it would mean that I will actually have to carry some inventory. So it's a trade-off. I found some local suppliers, so I've gone ahead and placed an order. I'm excited to receive them. They showed me a mock-up, so they actually printed one off, and I got to see what it looked like, and the color looks so much better. That blurriness issue, I don't feel like I was able to see it in that image, so I'm excited about it. I ordered still a small bulk amount of mugs because I do want to sort of test it out and sort of make sure that there's proof of concept and that people are actually buying it. But the other thing is that it led me down this rabbit hole of understanding, if they're selling it to me for X amount of dollars, how much is it actually costing them to make? And could I make it myself? So now I'm like, girl, I'm gonna make that shit myself. So I'm looking into buying mugs. Like, where do I get these mugs? How do I get it for a cost-effective price? Like, I'm probably gonna have to buy it in bulk. Obviously, the UV transfers then to apply to the mug. How do I do this? Like, let's do this. You know what, honestly, I often feel like I can do anything, and I am glad that I still have that energy about myself right now. But this process is what sort of is leading me down this rabbit hole. So let's hope that I'm actually successful in selling these mugs. But this is also just to like further iterate how these hiccups can sometimes work, right? Like, it feels like this like horrible thing and like, wasted investment. Just, it hurts. It hurts. But then at the same time, and I hate to say this, but there's like this lesson along the way, or there's something that you can gain along the way that can prove to be more valuable than any amount of money that you've lost or whatever, you know, that can actually steer you in a different route. So now I'm able to, you know, explore more and sort of try to see how I can actually turn this into a reality. And like down the road, it would be even cooler if I could actually like design the mugs myself. Like what if I love quirky, unusual shapes. What if I could find a really cool, unusual shape or like a really oversized mug? And then, I don't know, there's just all these things. There's all these things. So I'm thinking about it. Oh my gosh, my desk looks so dirty from here. Okay, y'all, I think I have about 20 minutes left to my son's nap, but I received, surprisingly, a package of product. I received some product. I'm going to unbox it. I mean, I've kind of already unboxed it, so I already know what's inside because I wasn't expecting this thing at all. But you know what? Let me just bring this with me. I wasn't expecting this at all, so let me just show you guys what let me bring this closer to the lens. There you go. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. Let me just make camera, but the t-shirts, the all-over t-shirts that I have made have arrived, and they look so nice and punchy. I'm so proud. Wait, I think this ISO is a little bright. Okay, there we go. But I feel like the quality came out really nice. Like the issue with the mugs was that the browns were like really way too dark, and here they came out like just right. So I am so relieved and happy, and like the timing for this is actually legit great because I have a vendor's market this weekend. See, look at that. I have a vendor's market this weekend coming up, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be good. And I was not expecting to receive these, so I am super thrilled, super happy, surprised. There was this shirt that my mom used to have. She's Jamaican, and she had a shirt with all these expressions in patois, and that to this day is a shirt that I absolutely love. And I keep asking her for it. I swear she's not going to give it to me. My sister wants it too, and I feel like that was sort of the energy that I was emulating in designing this. I wanted this to be something that many could identify with, that sort of brought on a level of nostalgia. I don't know if it's exactly that. The shirt is not even something super like precious or like amazing. It's literally text against shirt, but it's still something that culturally is so rich, and I love it. Anyways, so I'm not trying to replace, I'm not trying to emulate, but sort of walk into the same footsteps of that. Oh, so this week, was it this week or last week? Last week I went down a rabbit hole also designing greeting cards. I'm going to show you the greeting cards. Let me just kind of not be all the way in the way. Okay, so I designed these greeting cards, and I was overall quite content with how they turned out. I think the hiccups along the way as well is, okay, the packaging is like good enough that it feels like a real product. On the back of the card, I should have included my QR code. I didn't do that, even though I did have the website. Just make things easy for everybody. You're just trying to make things the least amount of clicks that people have to get to what they want. Ultimately, make it easy. I think also the image, I feel like I could make it a little bit brighter. I think it would be nice to maybe more shadows or something like that. Like I feel like there's something in the image that can come out a little bit more. I'm still happy with it, but And I'm glad I was able to pull it off. And also, I think the size of it, this is an A2 size. So, you know, my hand, for comparison's sake, it's not like a huge card. No, I feel like it's cute and it feels precious, and that is important. And like all the, I tried to include all of the flags for the Caribbean. Y'all don't come for me. I tried, okay? I just wanted, this is about carnival. It's about carnival. If you're from Toronto, you know Caravana. You know what Caravana is. You know that's the rightful name of the Caribbean festival. So this was sort of an ode to that, because Caravana is literally around the corner. Our parade is coming. People are feeling the vibe. They're getting into the energy. So this was my offering. One of my second like carnival themed offering. I have so many more ideas. I just haven't had the time yet. How about this book? Now, if y'all know me, y'all know I love a notebook. I love notebooks so much. I really do. I like writing lists. I like writing shit down. I like writing things down. Find your words. Find your words. I like writing things down so much. So I got this notebook so that I could write down my goals, okay? And I wanted it to be something easy that I could carry, you know, throw it in a bag. So what I've started to do every day, at the beginning of the day, I start to listen to these affirmations. For real. I started to listen to these affirmations, and part of it is because I have a scarcity mindset. This is from my upbringing. We grew up very humbly, very mindful of what we had, and that has led me to have a scarcity mindset. And I am trying to not bring that energy into what I'm trying to create. And you know, you hear so often people talking about energy. The energy that you're putting out is what is going to come back to you. And I feel like affirmations have been really, really affirming. I feel like so often, especially as young, Black, dark skin even kids, there's like this added layer that feels hard.
Okay.
And I feel like affirmations are so helpful to remind you, because we all have our days when we just don't feel like we're like it's it, you know? And so I really, really am desperately trying to combat any little inklings that I have of self-doubt, of not believing in my ideas. And so my affirmations have been really helpful towards that. Every day I listen to this like 15-minute affirmation thing. I started off with Louise Hay. I feel like she has a lot of affirmations. But in addition to listening to these things in the morning, I also write down the ones that stay with me. The ones that stay with me each day, I write down. It's like 3-4 of them. I write those down because I feel like those ones, I truly like embody them, and I truly like believe it in my heart of hearts, you know? And I think that's so important, that energy, like carrying them forward throughout the rest of the day. And then I write down 5 objectives. Like it's like a to-do list. A to-do list, but a to-do list, I think I call it on my road to like a million. Like the idea that this is my road to thinking bigger, and I don't really feel like it's necessarily just tied to money. I think it's also tied to this idea that for a lot of people, a million feels like it's out of reach, you know? And this idea that it's something so abstract, I don't want it to feel so abstract. I want to feel like that is something that is so achievable. And so, you know, I think wording it as such is sort of, I don't know if I'm finding the right words, but I feel like wording it as such is sort of trying to make it a reality. And that if that could be a reality, or if that will be a reality, then all the other things that I am conceiving of will also be a reality. I don't know if I made any sense saying that, but Sorry guys, listen, outside it's so moody. It's raining. It rains 2 seconds and then it's sunny 2 seconds. So that's why you're seeing it in this video. I'm so sorry. All the shadows. You know what? I feel like I was in a good groove of doing it. And then this week there was one day that I achieved half of one objective. And that day was a day that I was like mommying. I was mommying all day. I was doing all the laundry stuff, doing all the domestic stuff, doing all the stuff that I was just like, patriarchy. I was just doing all the things, and I was very resentful of all the things that I had to do, you know? Like just, and I didn't even do everything. That's the crazy thing is like, I still have to mop the floors. I still have to do more laundry. I still have to, there's so many things that I still have to do, but I was just so angry that it fell onto me to do it, and that I did so much, yet it still felt like I had nothing to show for it. And I really wanted to, you know, work on this business, but I didn't have the time. I felt frustrated. I felt so frustrated. And then the next day I felt really frustrated too, because I had to carry forward all the items on that list right back around for the next day. But lo and behold, that next day I got 5 things done. And I don't know. I think there's just gonna be days that you don't get the stuff done. There's gonna be days that you just don't get the stuff done, and there's going to be days that you're going to feel like doo-doo. But it's always about how you get back up. It's always about how you reframe things, just like the hiccup with the mug. Like, how are you reframing the things that are happening in your life so that you are not overwhelmed by defeat? And it's hard. It's like, it takes active work. I swear, you know, what keeps me propelled is these goals, is these affirmations, reciting these affirmations. It's looking up and listening to real stories of people who have done similarly. And I feel like that's why YouTube is so great, because YouTube, you get to see, like, it feels like real people like you and I, who are also having their struggles. Oh my God, it's so dark. Should I turn on the light? I'm gonna turn on this light, even though it's not gonna make it nice. Oh, that's not bad. Real stories from people like you and I who have figured out how to do a thing, you know? Like, I feel like those stories are refreshing, they're affirming, and yeah, you know, I just love the small business community that's on YouTube. I think it's amazing. It's amazing. So I feel like anytime that you are feeling down, or you are feeling like you're, you know, overcome by a certain obstacle, sort of refreshing your brain and refreshing your energy, get that energy out of you, and find different ways that you can feel affirmed in your ideas and in your vision. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm still trying to plug away. Tomorrow I have a market. And another hiccup was that this is a beautiful market that's going to occupy, you know, a good chunk of the street, downtown Toronto. And the hiccup is that there are main locations where there are going to be vendors, and my location is like on the outskirts. And I was pissed. But it's very easy to sort of feel like, oh, you know, they put me out there because they don't think my thing is good, or I don't know. I feel like that was a story that I was telling myself. And so I'm actually really excited to do it now and to smash it. I'm excited to do that and to actually, I don't know, make my best sales yet. I'm so excited to do it. So I'm just reframing my mind, even though it's a little bit of a setback and it's like, you know, not exactly what I would have wanted or how I would have wanted it. I still get the opportunity to be in front of my customers. I still get the opportunity to share my story with people, and I still get the opportunity to inspire people. I still get the opportunity for, you know, people to, I don't know, to see people laugh and smile. That's what happens when they engage with my stuff, and I love that. So I am grateful for that opportunity. Okay, I'm gonna go. I got so many things to work on, but it's been mad real. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are getting back up this week. Cool. See y'all next time. Dani tries a ting. Don't forget, engage. Engage. That's what tells YouTube algorithm that you want to hear from me. And that is what is important for small business owners such as myself that are trying to, communicate and share with the world. So it helps. It means so much. And if that's, the way that you're able to support, it means so much. Thank you. Anybody? All right. Bye, y'all.